no camera, no nothing. What's happening here? Hello? No, I know you can hear me. Why is it showing up as... I don't know if anyone can hear me. I don't know if anyone can hear me. This is crazy. I don't know what's happening. I already have 6 people watching. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Chili, help me. Oh my god. Audio output. No. Output audio input capture would be that. Testing. Blaze, can you hear me? Blaze, I need confirmation. Take your time, bro. Mark, I appreciate that. If you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up in the chat or something. I need to know. I know we already got 10 people in here. I'm stressing out. Everything's okay. Bit blurry, but it's the content I'm here for. I appreciate that. Why are we blurry? That's not good. Where is Daniel Lee when you need him, eh? You are audible. I appreciate that. I'm not using my my normal microphone here. I'm just trying to figure out. Hey Joel, how's it going, man? We don't have an image up on the screen. If I pull this up, does that pop up? Let's see what happens here. Well, hello, Omi Queen. How's it going? Oh my god. Hey Luke, how's it going, man? Baby Werewolf, I'm glad you can hear. That's good. We're not seeing any gaming pop up though. Oh, there it is. Oh, let's go. But now you guys can't see my beautiful face. Well, that's no good. Let's do video capture. No. Video capture device. Order. Move to top. And then let's move me. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh my lord Jesus, it's a fire. Now I can see 2 cars. Yeah, that's Rocket League, baby. That's Rocket League. Let's stretch to fit that to the screen. Let's move me down here, maybe. So many things are happening. Blaze, I'm here, man. Don't worry about it, Luke. It is the first live stream on YouTube. Yeah, man. After the 4-hour extravaganza I had with Randy the other day, I was just inspired, man. It's just so much fun to be able to talk and interact with the community and hang out, see how everyone's doing, see how everyone's feeling. So I figured I'd give it a shot. And, you know, a lot of people have different ways of going about doing it. I just figured, you know, throw in some gameplay or something in the background. Anyone wants to hop in, play, do whatever. It'd be a lot of fun. And we'll just kind of see where the conversation takes us. You know, anyone has any questions, any concerns, anything like that, you know, bring up whatever's going on in the project. And I just would love to have conversations with you guys about what's going on. I love interacting. I know, who was it there? Craig's asking what I got on the drop there. Let me see, Greg. I got, so it still says one order pending delivery. I don't seem to have the best luck with comics delivering quickly. And I think that probably means that I got a common. Hashtag common gang, but you know, we make do. It's all good. Okay, I think we got relatively everything going on. It would be nice. I guess you guys can still see the chat, even though I can see it on my second screen, so that's good. So then if I pull this up, and I wonder what kind of delay we're working with here. All right, Chili, we're gonna get it going here. I got my buddy Chili here in the chat. He's a resident Omi homie. He's on the fence still. We haven't got him to invest yet. He doesn't have the money, so we're working on getting him to where he needs to be. But for sure, Luke, I'm glad to hear. Did you watch the whole thing? It's 4 hours, man. That's a long time to be watching. how do I change the bitrate to 4500 if it wants me to change? Oh, we got scored on. I wasn't paying attention. Oh no, not a good start. Blaze, you waited over an hour for a Fantastic Four secret rare. Really, eh? Interesting. Okay, maybe. Interesting. Not all, but I listened to the thing while I was driving around in London. That's awesome, man. Oh my god, we're getting schmammered here. Yeah, it was a long stream. I'll be honest with you. Like Randy and I, like we had never talked before yesterday, so I had no idea how it was gonna go. We didn't even talk about like, hey, do you want to talk about this beforehand? We kind of touched base and said, hey, do you want to chat and kind of see what's up? And yeah, then it just kept going, and I think had he not had to go to the bathroom, I think we probably would have gone for another couple hours, to be honest with you. So it was a good time for sure. Oh man, Chili, this is not the gameplay we need to be putting on for the people here. Oh no. Oh, I don't want to exit the stream here. No, we don't want to do that. Okay, I'm gonna mess around with the settings after this game, guys. I know it might be a little choppy for you. Like I said, it's the first time ever streaming on YouTube, so looking to figure it out here. Keith Jones, if you had to choose to sell the Marvel Comics #1 Ultra Rare or Secret Rare New Mutants, which has the dead. I mean, I don't know that I would choose to sell anything, to be honest with you, unless you absolutely have to. And this is coming from someone who made the unforgivable mistake of selling his Secret Rare Spider-Man digital statue for $1,600 when I bought it for $400 on the drop. So if that says anything about my my accomplishments there, they're a little goal for the boys. Let's think about this. Comic #1, Marvel or Secret Rare New Mutants. Yeah, I think Blaze hits the nail right on the head there, Keith. I don't know that I would sell any of the comics at this juncture. Marvel Comic #1 Ultra Rare, I think's going for about 1,500 or between 1,000 and 1,500. And then the Secret Rare New Mutants, I think, is probably relatively... Oh, that was my fault, Chili. Like, relatively undervalued. I think most of the Secret Rares, outside of obviously the Marvel's #1 Secret Rare, still have quite a bit of room to grow. And I think even the Marvel Comics #1 has quite a bit of room to grow. So, yeah, it's that's a tough one. I would say if you own both, hold, baby. Nothing wrong with holding, right? Like you hold, and you never know where we'll be in 3 or 6 months. I think people, once we make the move to immutable, I think once we start to see more whales come in with the accessibility for being able to buy some of these with ETH, I think we're going to see a pretty drastic run-up in prices. We may see a pullback when MTL comes out, but that'll be, in my opinion, very temporary. So, yeah, no, I would definitely... If you have those comics, you know, whether it be good mints or secret rares or whatever the case may be, you gotta hodl those babies, for sure. VR Landlord, let's go. Sorry guys, I'm gonna do my best to stay active in the chat here, because, you know, I know I'm a man of many talents, but we'll make it work here. Luke, I will only sell to get other NFTs, definitely not for fiat. Yeah, man, I think so there's a difference, right? Like, if you need the money to, like, pay bills and stuff, then sometimes you gotta sell. And, like, that was my situation with the Secret Rare Spider-Man. It wasn't to pay bills. I wanted to get other NFTs, and the wife said, hey, you're not spending any more money. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm selling it then, because I need more money to buy more NFTs. But if you can afford it and swing it, I mean, I always would say that hodling will be a better investment for you for sure. Blaze is right. Think long term. Like we're so early into this project still. I think Johnny Dunn talks about it, all the time on his socials. Like think about where we were 6 months ago with some of these, like Rizzo stayed in the marketplace for months. It didn't even sell out, and now you can't get a Rizzo for under 4K. So, like, what does that tell you, right? So. All right, Chili, let's see it, buddy. Kurt, I traded a secret rare comic as a part of a trade to get a secret rare Spider-Man collectible. I mean, the secret rare Spider-Man is going to be worth quite a bit of money. Like, I say I lost $8,000 on it. I mean, I didn't physically lose the money, but I mean, that's how much more money I would have made had I been holding it, right? So I would say that short of, if you sold your Marvels #1, maybe not the best trade, but I think pretty much any other secret rare that you would have gotten rid of, except for maybe the Spider-Man or Kang, those three, maybe even Fantastic Four. Okay, it's a toss-up. You know what? I'm going to call it a toss-up. Oh, he's backwards. What are you doing? What is going on? I remember you sold to buy Marvel Secret Rare for $6.99. Honestly, Luke, that's what my wife every single day keeps telling me. Honestly, I went to bed last night. I wasn't in a bad mood, but I was like, that Spider-Man. What is happening? Oh no. That Secret Rare Spider-Man collectible, it's worth some money, man, for sure. Or the digital statue. And then I woke up this morning and the comic book doubled in price, and I was like, oh, okay, you know what? What I did was make a smart investment decision. So that's what we're gonna call it, and we'll leave it at that, I think. So how is oh, that's not in. You saved that. How's the stream quality? You guys noticing? It's saying something about the bit rate is a little low, and I'm wondering if it looks a little grainy for you guys. I'm gonna look at getting that improved after this game's done. No, I don't have that. I do have this though. Oh, I don't have that. Okay. Stream's fine on my end. Okay, so maybe it's just granulated on my computer because Chili. Maybe it's just granulated on my end because my computer's running the stream and the game at the same time. I don't know. Thanks for that input though, Blaze. I appreciate that. I'm curious, for anyone in the chat right now, I think it says we got 11 concurrent viewers. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I know this is kind of a random thing that I'm trying, but I really appreciate all the support with everyone commenting in the chat. The likes are very much appreciated, so thank you so much for that. What do you guys do outside of you? Does anyone play video games? What kind of video games do you guys like to play? Center? No. Kurt, I'm going to read that question in 1 second after we lose the game right here. Oh my god. Can anyone hear my buddy Chili in the background? I don't know if his audio is included in the stream or not. I'm just curious. That way I can censor his general incompetence, but we'll do what we can. Kurt, when do you think we'll move to Immutable X? Trying to get as many collectibles as possible before the masses move in. Kurt, man, any day now, honestly. Like, I I think the full migration is not something like you're not going to log on one day and they're going to be like, hey, we're fully migrated over to Immutable. I don't think we should expect that. I think the transition will happen in blocks or chunks. And I also found something interesting yesterday that I thought was really interesting. I don't know if you guys saw the image circulating of on the blockchain. There was a section for Immutable, and not for Immutable. There was a section for the ECOMI, and there was a section for VEVE. And some people were speculating. They were saying, Chili, my controller's disconnected. You gotta go. They were saying, I'm good, that the ECOMI token may be renamed the VEVE token. And at first I was like, oh yeah, like there have been talks about that. Like that's interesting. That might happen. And then I started to think about it a little bit more, and I realized that the VEVE section is probably for our collectibles. That's where we're going to see all of the information minted about our collectibles on the blockchain, and the ECOMI token will be the actual physical token that's minted on the blockchain, not that they're renaming one over the other. So, I don't know. I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are on that, but I thought of that, and I was like, huh, interesting. But yeah, to answer your question, when will the migration happen? I imagine that we'll start to see information come out about it early next week. I think that they'll start the migration slowly but surely, and as we know, they'll have to take the app offline for several hours to get it done. So we will receive some advance notice for it, but I do anticipate the process itself starting before the end of September, but I wouldn't anticipate us being fully migrated until maybe the first week or so in October. That would be my guess. I don't think it's going to be an overnight process. Oh wow, we made them rage quit. How's that for quality gameplay for you guys? You like that? Oh. Answers the OMI questions that all the homies have, and sorry, I'm just... Anytime I get a notification on my phone and I see VEVE pop up, I'm like, what are they saying now? I get. Do you guys have notifications set up for VEVE on your phones that you could like post notifications for when they post anything? It freaks me out. It freaks me out, man. I see it. I'm like, oh my god, it's happening. It's you know the meme I put out sometimes. Everybody panic. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I'm like, it's happening for sure. Oh, I should probably... I just realized I should probably actually share the fact that I'm streaming on Twitter. I should probably... Hey guys, it's my first day. It's my first day of streaming. I don't really know what I'm doing. And Kurt, thank you. Yeah, multitasking while you're playing a video game like this, it takes some effort. Oh no. Yeah, I didn't know what was happening there. That's my bad. That's my bad. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get this notification out on Twitter here in a second. I'm sorry, guys. I'm letting everyone down here. Blaze, I'll read your comment there in a second. It looks important enough to avert the whole eyes off the screen here. Kang. Yes, I was on Randy's channel yesterday. We did a 4-hour live stream discussing everything's VEVE and ECOMI. I would say that it's very valuable content to watch, but at the same time, I get that not everyone has 4 hours. So if you guys have any questions about anything about the investment or maybe any major topics that you want us to rehash that we covered, just let me know and I'll do my best to cover them there. This is not PS4. I play this on my PC, and it is Rocket League, which is a fun game. It's a little juvenile, but I don't know. It's fun. it's not completely mindless. Like, you do have to focus on what you're doing, but I enjoy it. I may switch over to some other games in a bit, maybe some Call of Duty or something else, but figured I'd start with this. I enjoy playing video games and just kind of hanging out and vibing with people, so. You're good, bro. You're good. Put it in. You're looking just fine. Blaze, it's game over for me when VEVE drops more anime content. Still waiting for Ito from first season. Really pumped after watching David's recent AMA. Man, that AMA that he did with the Chinese audience, the questions that were asked were like lights out. They were so good. I think Cavell Anderson, Non-Fungible Wonderful, Niall Ballantyne all did some pretty great videos, and I apologize, there might have been a few others, but they all did some great coverage of everything that was said with the translation from, I think the guy's channel's name is Omi VEVE ECOMI. He actually did all of the translations for everything that David said in that interview. So I would definitely recommend checking out some of that stuff if you haven't already, guys. It's a lot of really great information was shared, and I would say the most exciting of which was that NFTs are not even going to be the primary. Aren't even going to be the primary source of revenue for ECOMI. Like, the VEVEverse and land are going to be their main focus. Like, NFTs are secondary. Think about how popular VEVE NFTs are right now, even with just our community. Mass adoption hasn't even hit yet. We haven't moved blockchains, and that isn't even going to be their primary focus for years moving forward. Like, that is so bullish, and that's why I recommend, if you guys haven't already, check out my land video that I made. I will say I did make a mistake in it, where I included 100% of secondary market sales when I was calculating OMI burn, but the premise behind it is still there, and it gives you an idea of some of the numbers, and it's incredibly exciting where we can see that stuff going. So, Blaze, you'll be a pro in no time. Take your time. I don't know, man. We'll see. This multitasking thing is interesting to say the least, but we're making it work. We're making it work. Kang is Rocket League free on PS4. Yes, I believe it's free on all platforms. They recently made it. Oh, how did I miss that? What a shot! Nice one. Yeah, they recently made it. They made it free. So if you wanna download it at some point, we can get the whole OMI squad in here and get some private matches going. I'd be down for that for sure. They rocked the questioning really. Is that that's all right? No worries. We'll reset, Chili. We'll reset here. We'll reset. They rocked the questioning, really good content, concerts, all that stuff in the VEVEverse. Man, like everything. Like it wasn't like Blaze. Great point. Like it wasn't even just like concerts. It was like and it's not even just concerts. Like I think back to that Alfred Kahn interview that took place, and I'm like, wait a second. What if you go to a concert in the VEVEverse, right? Like, let's say there's a Disney ride and you go into their themed gift shop. What happens if you go into the gift shop after the concert and you could buy officially licensed and branded Steve Aoki merchandise that you can only get if you attended the concert? And that idea kind of came to me where right now Comic-Cons, like you can't go to a physical con. Well, you can start to now, but because of what's been happening in the world these last 2 years, you haven't been able to go to physical venues. So instead, what happens if you have to still buy a ticket to go to a digital venue, but that ticket allows you exclusive access to a collectible that they're selling? Like the possibilities are literally endless, guys. It's crazy. I'm gonna read up on the chat here in a second. Just let me send out this the fact that I'm live on I just posted that I was live on Twitter. If someone in the chat at some point can let me know, if they just like click on the link, can you let me know if it actually works? Because I don't know that that was the proper URL to send out. Like I said, guys, it's my first day, so I'm trying for you here, but I'm just not sure that that is correct. So, Omi Queen Foster, when I first found you, you seemed to be super conservative regarding where you thought the Omi price could go. You're noticeably more excited about the project now, I think. You're right. You're right. So when I make videos, I really try to err on the conservative side because I think that it serves very little benefit to people to be a moon boy. And I'm not saying that any content creators are moon boys. I don't want to spin that narrative. I'm just saying like for me to say Omi is going to hit X price, it's just a number, right? So you need to understand what is behind the numbers. And sorry, give me a sec. What is happening here? Buffering. Why is this happening? Chili, I'm out for a second. It's casual, so don't stress out though. It says you. Why is this happening? Oh my goodness. I'm failing everyone right now. We're like frozen. I'm sending out the wrong Twitter links. What did I send out that it's not working? Okay, we're gonna copy. Oh my goodness, I'm failing everyone miserably right now. I'm so sorry, guys. Omi Queen, I still see you. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening there. I apologize, guys. Like I said, I'm trying to mix the gaming element into it, and I think it's slowing the stream down a little bit. It was saying that I was getting some errors there on the YouTube end, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. But yeah, Omi Queen, to continue to answer your question, I try not in my videos. I try and be conservative because if you're conservative with fact, I find you're far more likely to get people on board and understanding the concepts that you're conveying rather than providing a price point or level that is not necessarily not realistic, but not backed by anything. So as a perfect example, Anonymous in the chat, he says, Crypto Rain said that Omi could hit $1 this cycle. Do you think it's possible? I do think it's possible. I 100% think it's possible. But just because I think it's possible doesn't mean that I think it's necessarily realistic. So something could be possible, but still not necessarily be realistic. Like if we're talking physically possible, right? So for us to hit $1 by the end of this cycle, there's about like 8 different things that need to happen. And I touched on them briefly on Randy's stream yesterday, but I'll touch on them again today. So firstly, immutable migration, MTL license, OMI to NFT, VeVeVerse, land being sold in the VeVeVerse, major exchange listings like Binance or Coinbase, mainstream adoption of the app, and then major license acceptance. So like we're talking like they announce Pokemon next month kind of thing. If all of those things happen in combination, I believe that we would have a $1 OMI. I very much do believe that. Even with a circulating supply of 250 billion tokens, like, our market cap would just be absolutely absurd. Like, I definitely think it's possible. But do I think it's realistic? It's really hard to say because we don't have enough information about all of the catalysts that are being released. So until we get that article that's supposed to come out from ECOMI in the next week about what the utility for the token's going to look like, you can't run any numbers because you don't have anything other than hypotheticals. So based on the hypotheticals that I've run, I think it's definitely possible to hit 10 cents, even as high as 30 cents with some of those catalysts. But if they only sell 10,000 plots of land and every plot of land is $500, well, then we're not burning nearly enough OMI. If we don't migrate to immutable or the mutable migration gets delayed, and then OMI to NFT gets delayed, the money transmitter license doesn't come right away, well, then it comes down to a time frame issue, right? Like, how quickly are these items going to get added? Because the quicker that they get added, the more time that it gives us to allow money to come into the space. So, yes, it's possible. Do I think that it's likely to happen? No. But also remember that when I say that, I have 14 million reasons to hope that it does happen. So, we'll see what happens. But, oh, as if that went over my car. But I wouldn't hope for it, right? So, like, it sounds like I've gotten more bullish in my videos because the information that I'm coming up with is supporting more bullish outcomes for the token. Like the land video that I came out with, and looking at Hex and realizing its growth, to see all of those things, it's like, okay, yes, this is possible. But that's the reason, because over time, the more information that I find, the more confident I can be about the information that I'm putting out. So it's a great question. Kang says, when you invest, you need to take that money and forget about it. If you think about it all the time, you will lose it. Yeah, no, 100%. And I'll be honest with you, like, I was new, my bad, Chili. I was new to investing when I first got into the project. So, like, I was checking the OMI token, like literally every minute. Like, I had it up incessantly all the time. Like, every time there was a movement of like one, I was like, this is it, guys. Like I can distinctly remember being at work on my computer when OMI was 0.0093, and I was freaking out with my buddy. I was like, dude, I need to buy more before it hits a penny. Once it hits a penny, it's game over. And I mean, that was back in April, right? So look where we are now. Now, is that to say that, you know, OMI became a bad project or anything? Well, no. I mean, we all know kind of all the catalysts that took place and what happened, but it was a wake-up call, right? Like, is watching the token going to do anything? So I think Kang is 100% correct. Like, there's no reason to do that. Like, you're just going to stress yourself out. The more like, if you're confident in your investment and you're going to be planning to hold for 3 to 5 years, why do you need to check your investment all the time? Like, what does it matter if it fluctuates 10 or 20% in a day? Like, that shouldn't matter to you if you're truly invested for the long term. And if you're not invested for the long term, then I would say that there's probably a lot of better projects out there for you than OMI that can get you better returns on your investment short term. Maybe not so much now, because I think OMI is about to kind of hit a parabolic rise. But, yeah. Everyone talks about $1 when you deal with tons of token. Who cares what the price is? Just buy it and forget it. I agree, Kang. Hey, buddy, I'm just streaming right now. How's it going? Yeah, on YouTube. Kurt. Both. Chili's dying here. If we hit, Kurt says, if we hit $1 this bull cycle, how much do you think the price will pull back? Well, honestly, Kurt, that all depends on the catalysts that lead to the run up to $1 in the first place, right? So, like, once again, $1 is a great number in principle. It sounds cool. I think it sounds awesome. But, like, what does $1 actually mean, right? So, like, $1 to me means something different to you. It means different to Kang. It means different to Blaze. It means different to Omi Queen. Like, $1 is just a number. So, like, do I think that it's going to run up to $1 and then pull back to 10 cents? Well, why did it hit $1? Was it manipulated up to $1? Was it, you know, did the team accidentally burn a bunch of tokens and the circulating supply was drastically reduced? Like, what was the reason behind it hitting that price target? Once we know the reason behind it, then we can look at it a little bit better and say, well, due to X, Y, Z, yeah, we're going to get to this level. So it's a valid question. It's just, unfortunately, I can't give a bunch of insight into it without knowing the reason why. Now, if they come out with that article and we see that, you know, you can buy land, stake Omi, stake NFTs, earn rewards from staking your Omi, and people lock up 80% of the circulating supply of Omi, and we hit $1, well then yeah, I think it's safe to say that the floor of the Omi token is relatively $1. Will people still sell? Yes. But then will there be incentives to still stake and use the token for its utility? Yes. So we have to just wait and see what that is. Would I like to see $1? Yes. Would I like to see $10? Yes. But will we see it? It's impossible to know. Kang, I don't understand this land thing. Not interesting. Second Life had land, and I never got into Earth 2. I own land in real world. Yeah, Kang, it's, I mean, to each their own, right? Like, everyone sees value in an investment in different ways. What I would say is land is valuable depending on what you can do with that land. So, Manu, let me look into that lagging situation. I'm gonna see what I can do about that. Okay. But yeah, Kang, that's like saying, like, for instance, oh my God, here, let's just back out. Yeah, let me figure this out. All right, Kurt, let me figure this out here. I want to answer these guys' questions. So, open widget. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. All right, guys, let me figure this out for you here, so we can actually have an intelligent conversation without me lagging all over the place, because that's not going to do anyone any good. So, let's see. I want to say. Okay, I'm gonna try ending the stream and changing the latency. So I'll be right back. Just join right back in, okay, guys? I apologize, but it'll make it easier, I think, for everyone to view. So.